Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. We're playing Exact Bay, the master plan city. And in the last episode we started our development of Narrow's Edge over here. Oh, I forgot about that. Something that I wanted to do was sort out our sewage problem. Because one of these things just doesn't seem to keep working and I don't quite understand why that is. Is it because they're too close together or something like that? I just have no idea. So let's have a quick look at where we can actually have some sewage treatment going on. So that is pumping capacity, and this has got a drain capacity. So that's what I'm after. I'm looking for a drain capacity. Drain capacity, operating rate. Yeah, I don't know. That's the only one I have that is not that is not it's not workable. Let's just switch off that for a second so we can see about squeezing that in. We don't want it to be too close to that, but what I can do is I can expand the treatment in this general area over here. So let's add that piece. And we'll get a little bit of a pipe going on over here and we'll tie that in as we, oops, that's not what I want, as we run that section through there. So is that actually gonna start operating? Not operating. Still not operating. Operating. Perfect. So that should clear all of that now because I don't know what's going on with the other one. All of this is fine. Okay, what I've done is I've tied this in a little bit. I've built this little train station over here because that's kind of what I'm going to do. So let's quickly tie these together. Excuse me, I still have a little something going on with my throat. So we'll do about that much, and then what we'll do is we'll tie in something like so. And what we'll do is we'll tie in this one over there. We'll do a similar thing over here. We'll do 20, we'll do 10, we'll do something like that, and we'll tie it in over there, and we'll tie this one in over here. We'll grab the mover tool just to smooth these things out a little bit because that looks much better. We'll smooth this one out over here. That looks much better, and we will smooth out this one over here to look something like that. That is much more realistic. So that actually makes this little tunnel that we've got going on over here quite a nice addition. Nice. So we've got this little area here that we can master plan. Would be pretty cool for us to fill in something nice over here, and I'm thinking we need to start working on our residential pieces a little bit. Excuse me once more. But I also want to get some trains operating from this one to that side. We'll see about what we tie in on this side, but yeah, at least we've got a train service operating over here. What I could do is, so what I'm tempted on at doing is actually filling in some sort of little road piece between here and there. Okay, and I'm tempted to have some form of public transport in this area as well so that from here we can actually do bus operations to the various areas. I think that's what we're going to do. So from a bus perspective, what can we actually build? Let's go here, buses. What kind of stations do we have? We just have, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to do the standard, well, it's not the standard one, but it's pretty decent. So what we'll do is and potentially we don't want it on that road actually, so let's get ourselves something that's a little nicer. I'm kind of tempted to do something like this. We've already started using those. I'm tempted to do something like this, but this road could get fairly busy, I'm thinking. Anyway, I think so. Alternatively, what we could do is we could grab one of these things. No, what else do we have over here? Something like this maybe. Yeah, a large avenue for buses. Yeah, that's pretty good. but also with that it's not going to be able to turn across. Now I think the right thing to do is this actually, and let's start it off nice and straight like that, and let us get a nice shape over here. 10. How are we going to get it? So we'll do that. Something like this. Something like that actually. That is not too bad because that central road we can actually run from that side also. Now, bus station is what I had in mind over here. So we'll grab something like this, and I wanted to do it right over there. So that's pretty cool. I'm also tempted to actually add a little bit of a bus road on the back there. And we'll switch that back on there. How am I gonna, something like that? That actually works pretty decent. So now you can actually have bus activity on all sides of that without it compromising too much of the other pieces. That's pretty cool. I like that piece right there. Now we can fill this area in a little bit, but for the moment let's just get ourselves some water over here. So let's link that across up here. Okay, so some water now been allocated to us. We're need some power as well. We'll run ourselves a little bit of power in here, so that should link that up. So that's pretty good. So that's linked up now. Now we can run buses and all kinds of things, and we can have this entire area well serviced by buses. So from a master plan perspective, let's quickly lay out a bit of master planning right over here now. The question is, do we actually maintain our bus connection through here? I don't think so. So let's run a nice straight section up here. I'm also thinking we need to tie something in like that. Okay, that's pretty cool. But this one now could maybe be a bit of a smaller road, so let's just grab something a little bit more normal over here, and we do that upgrade. And what we'll do is we will tie these two together. So you have your little right in, right out in this location. Let's just make sure we get rid of that little kink over there. Ooh, what's going on over here? We are immediately seeing a ton of traffic trying to do what exactly? What exactly are you trying to do? Where did all this need for traffic come from? Is it over here? Because you're not actually turning in this direction, you're turning into that direction. Was there, maybe a big infill of stuff started over here. For which reason I do think we need to get ourselves connected into that direction. I'm not going to worry about the traffic just now. We're master planning at the moment. So from here potentially, wanted to make sure that we forget about snapping to all of that. What I want to snap to is this piece actually, and I wanted to come on, forget about that snapping. What I want is this. Stop worrying about that. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go it straight a little bit like that, and then if we let's run it like there. Nice, this is going to be pretty good. Let's do that. So So we'll do that piece, and now I'm gonna need it to actually forget about that. Can we just get rid of this piece? It's really frustrating if the snapping doesn't work the way you want it to work. So that's what I'm after, right? Stop snapping to everything apart from what I want you to snap to. Here, there. Is that it? I think that's probably it. Let's snap to it over there. It's not it, but it's gonna have to do. And let's tie that back a little bit like that. King Street again. We've got so many of these King Streets going on. There we go. That looks a little bit better. We just want to make sure this section ties in over here. And then we're needing an extra road somewhere in the middle. Excuse me. My goodness. That's okay. So let's see about tying these in something like that. And then we'll just finish off that little piece over there. Just a little bit like that. So that's pretty decent right there. We're gonna have to then tie. Are we gonna have to though? Can't we just create that as a bit of a dead end there? And this will be, I think, predominantly residential in this area over here. Yeah, see, we've cleared this area, so somewhere over here there was a big move in or something, and people were kind of driving across from that side. Everything else, ooh, we've got a lot of traffic issues. A lot. All people trying to get into this area. So our connectivity to this specific area is not too good, and it's because we probably haven't tied those in over there just yet. Okay, but that's okay. Now, how shall we get ourselves a little area in here? So let's do a little, get ourselves a few sections. And that's too much. Julie Street over there. So what I'm going to do is Julie Street like this and like that. And what we'll do is we will try and run ourselves through that little section there, and then we're going to want to, you know, tie this back in over here. There we go. So we can tie all of these things together, and that should be pretty good. What we just need to do is get rid of a little section over here. Nice. So now we can start tying these things together. That actually works quite well. This is probably a little too far. So if we run that down, say something like that again, now we can actually tie that in like so, and that'll work pretty well. That one is pretty tight, but it's okay. Little something like that. What we could do is we could just pull it a little bit that way, and that'll look pretty good. That one doesn't have a turn. That's okay. So that's a little area over there. What we'll do is we'll give ourselves a couple of access points, maybe one here and one there. Okay, so what we'll do is we will grab ourselves an access point like so, and maybe an access point over here also. Yeah, that's pretty good. Then this side we'll want to do something a little similar, but without it necessarily getting too crazy. These kind of alignments over here. At the same time, I'm definitely keen on doing something a little bit like this, and also maybe a little bit like How do I get this alignment? Yeah, something like that. Okay, so let's see about tying these over here. That's pretty cool. Tie that in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this back just a tad. So now we're going to run it straight up to say there. Now let's do that. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. These are these little cul-de-sacs that we've got going on over here. Okay, if we do this, yeah, that's okay. That's pretty good right there. And what we'll do is we'll trim this one back. And what we'll say is we'll run it straight up to there. And then what we'll do is we'll do that piece. Oh, look at that. That's pretty nice. And what I'll do is I will tie in, maybe I'll tie these two together over here. That's okay. Let us do that. So let's get this guy. We will tie this one in. Do a little something like this, and then on the other side, we run it straight over there. That's pretty cool. I like that. So that's pretty cool. Should we tie in a little something else somewhere? Maybe over here? No, I don't think so. Yeah, it looks pretty awesome. Now let's get, so all of this is starting to fill in, isn't it? Yeah, it is starting to look pretty good. We're seeing a fair bit of traffic over here. There's a bit of traffic coming in from there. As this side is cleared up, there's a lot of traffic going around there to get in these guys. I do somehow think that we probably need to get a little better way. People are getting around there, coming in over here. We need to maybe get that to work a little bit better. Let's fill in some residential areas over here, and I'm kind of tempted to go high density alongside that big road there. And then what we'll do is we will commercial, we still need a little bit of commercial as well. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to do commercial alongside this. Okay, and this road will be pretty busy, to say the least, considering what we're doing here. So we'll do a little something like that. We do want to get a little bit of a piece of road through there. We'll get that to go up to there. We'll want to get a piece of road through there. We'll run that straight into there, and we'll run that piece. So we'll try and get our intersections to work as well as best we can. Something like that should be fine. You can do even up to there. So now that's pretty good. So now there's a bit of commercial popping in this area along this main section of main road over here. That's kind of our main movement. Is there an intersection in here? We definitely want to make sure that we have a signal at that intersection. Okay, pretty good. Now let's start filling in a little bit of, I'm keen that we use some high density, especially alongside the big road over here. Okay, and especially over this section right there. Do a little bit more like that. This section over here maybe. Nice and high density right there. Good. Good, so we'll see some high density popping in over here. We don't have any water, so let's just make sure that we actually do tie in our water through there. Okay, good stuff over there. Want to make sure that we feed everything. Straight through there and straight through there. At the same time, we'll tie ourselves in a little bit like this and like that. Okay, so there's water now, there's power. We're starting to see a few things pop in over here. We do have some medical pieces over there, but what I'm thinking is we probably need a little bit of stuff happening right over here as well. Let's get ourselves a bit of a doctor's office right on that corner there. A smallish kind of fire station. Maybe right over there. And then a little bit of a police station as well, something small. Yeah, maybe even something like that. Kind of right over there. I think that's pretty cool. So we've got our basics over there. Ooh, we still need a little bit of death care as well. So we'll do plop one over there, and we'll also add somewhere else actually. Shall we add one where? Up on this road right there. Yeah, let's do that. So there's one on each side of that road. There we go. So it's starting to fill in a little bit over here. Some people are starting to live in that spot. We can definitely get some bus services over here. People can get straight off of the highway in here. Can't get back out though unless they come out this way. Then they can head that direction or this direction. So that actually works pretty well. This road could get pretty busy, I would imagine. I want to make sure that we kind of fill the back of this as much as possible with higher density pieces. So let's just make sure. Ooh, that's not quite what I was after. Make sure we do that, and we get. Somehow we need to get people to get through there. Good stuff. I'll do this piece here as well. Maybe a little section through there, and then what we'll do is we will actually run a little bit of a path through there. Over here as well. Pretty tempted we get some more higher density up in this section as well. So then we will get a little bit more less dense pieces over there. I don't know, but there's a fair bit of high density going on right there. Actually, this entire section could be pretty high density. It's very close to the city, and it is well connected to the wider network as well. So really, maybe higher density in this section is better for us. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get ourselves a bit more high density over here. Nice. Nice, and I want to tie in there and there. Nice, this area is looking pretty good. We'll fill in the rest of this as well. Don't quite know what has happened over there, but we'll leave that open like so. Why are you only tying in back there? Anyway, that's fine. Let's tie that in. Need a little 4 cluster there and a cluster there. We'll run these over here up to about there. Nice. Okay, fill in that entire section. Leave a little pathway over there so we can actually get things through here. Let's do that so we can get pieces through here. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Did we want to do a little bit like that so we can get a little path through here? Yeah, that would be good. Make sure we can get our paths through in a lot of spaces, so that needs some workers. In order to do this, we're of course going to need a bit of schooling as well in this spot. So let's grab ourselves a bit of an elementary school, Nova Primary. I'll plop it in right over there, thank you. And then Nova High School, where? Across the road from it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That's pretty good actually. Primary school and a high school. It's pretty close to the train station, and it's got a pretty direct connection that way. Go off in that direction or come in from this side. Yeah, all pretty good. It's looking pretty decent, I must say, filling in nicely. Oh, we haven't called this area something just yet. let's make sure to get an area activated over here. At the very least, this area there. Middle square. No, that's not quite middle. Middle manor square. Let's do that. Call it Manor Square because of that road name there. Which road name? That one. Manor Square. Call it Manor Square right over there. Nice. Very good. Very good. This side we can also still fill in some stuff, but that's pretty good. So this area of Manor Square over here is filling in nicely. Have we zoned everything? No, we've not zoned everything. So let's make sure to zone a little more. Maybe what we do is we run one piece over there, open, and we keep, oh, I haven't actually filled in anything there yet. Okay, something like that. Something like this, like so. There we go. A little something like over there and over there. Nice, that's filling in nicely. Get a little piece there and there. Awesome, 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 awesome. That's looking very good. Nice, and I don't mind not filling in the center pieces of this. The piece I still want to do, however, is get that filled in. That's cool. Let's drop that piece out. We'll get 3s over here. Nice. We'll see about what we do there. I think that section might be another section of commercial actually. Would be pretty good to do that as commercials also. So let's get ourselves a little bit of, shall we go higher density though? Potentially that edge there could look quite nice if we get a little bit higher density in there. So let's do that. It is, however, a pretty small and slow road. We can up our speed limit on that road. Nice. Now that should fill out nicely. Any parks and stuff? No. We'll see about getting maybe a little bit of a park over here. Or on the other side. We'll see. We'll see what we get. I'm still pretty tempted to get these to connect. So let's see about running that one through here. Probably getting to close to the end of this episode. Why are we... Okay, that's kind of... Now, if we start turning it... Yeah, so if we do decide we want to run one of these over there, we could actually run a tunnel to that side. We can join out something over here. That's awesome. And from this side, we can actually tie in one over here to join to come over this side. I think that's okay. And then we tie in over there. It's going to be a pretty weird looking intersection, but it's okay. So let's see. So if we're saying we are tying in with this road, something like that, right? Okay, let's see. Can we get underneath there if we go here? It'll be tough. It'll be tough. Let's if we do something like this and we go under, this is probably what we're going to want to do. Okay, so let's try and move this out of the way a little again, and what we'll do is we'll get it off over there. Okay, so trying that again. No. Now go down. Okay, now let's see about tying you in with this road over here. Okay, so something like that. Now up. And then something like so. There we go. So that actually gets you from the one side to the other side. Now this side, however, we want to do a little piece like this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go up. And let's see about tying in something like that. It's not great. We'll clean that up a little bit. So now you can at least get straight through here. You can't necessarily tie into these roads just yet. So let's move, see about moving these a little bit to look better. Yeah, so that can kind of work over there. It's not quite what I had in mind, but at least you can get from the one side to the other side. We'll see about if we can clean that up a little bit and make it look nicer. But it is kind of working, though we would need at least 2 lanes to be able to allow that on this kind of highway type arrangement. So, but now you can have a direct connection straight through from this side to that side. So that is going to be a little bit more helpful in my mind. Okay, guys, I think what we're going to do is we're going to end this episode over here, and so this will be a pretty sizable interchange at some point to make sure that we can tie in all of these pieces together, and people can kind of cut short through here so that they don't have to go all the way around. I think the next big thing for us to do is a little bit of an interchange over here as well. Not sure that this interchange is quite what we're after just yet, so we'll probably keep working on that. But I do like the idea of allowing the movement across there. So it's pretty cool. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you've liked it, hit that button and leave some comments down below. Tell me what you think. What's wrong with this interchange? How should we make it look and feel? And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.